Okay, once we have the outside portion, we want to make the inside portion, and the inside portion fits, of course, on the inside of this shell, right? Just to take a look at it, right? And this is how we're going to start with, and then you'll be able to use again your your skills and knowledge and enhance this. Okay, so this is what we need to make, and it's going to fit right in here. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to start with a rectangle 10 inches by 4 inches. So 10 comma, 10 inches comma 4 inches. I think that's it. Okay, I'm going to push up by 4 inches. Okay, I'm going to make this into a component, just temporarily. So I'm going to make it into a component. I'm going to call it block. Okay, now what I like to do is I want to make a duplicate and rotate 90 degrees. So the way the rotation tool works is you click a point where you want to rotate around. So for instance, if I click over here, well, I got the move tool, okay, rotation tool right here, and I click, and then it gives me a level arm, and then you see it wants to rotate around that point. If I hold Control, let go, it'll make a duplicate. So the center point is the critical one, and I want the center point to be right here in the middle. So I'm going to activate the midpoint right there of that component. I'm going to activate the middle of that side, and where they meet right here, I'm going to click and get my arm, and you see it's rotating around the center. I hold Control, let go, and then type in 90, enter. So perfectly 90 degrees. The next thing I want to rotate around is this face. So this is still selected. Now I want to rotate around this face 90 degrees. So again, I'm going to activate the midpoint here, midpoint there, and when they meet right there, I click and I draw my arm, but I'm going to type in 90. I didn't make a copy, so let's try it again, right? So midpoint, and then midpoint, and click, and now rotate, but hold Control, make a copy, and then type in 90. See? So I have everything I need here. The next thing we're going to do is going to break this up. We're going to break all this into one component. So I'm going to break it up, and I think if I right click here, it says explode, right? And that means the component is gone, and now it's all one piece. So I'm going to make this whole thing into a component now, and I'm going to call it block again. Right, the other one's gone. No, yes. So there it is. So that's the first part. Okay, now that we have this piece, we need to tie those two pieces to the previous piece and this piece together. So I'm going to import my first piece. So I think that was here, right? Could place it anywhere, and I'm going to select this, and I'm going to I want to grab it right here, see right here, and move it to this little point right there on that edge. So see that bottom corner, bottom left corner, and I'm going to put it right here. So let's see, so right here, and I'm going to put it right here. Okay, so that gives me a starting place. And now I realize that this needs to go up 2 inches and over 2 inches. So I'll grab it in the corner, I'll go up, type in 2 inches, then I'll grab it in the corner again, and I'll go to the right, type in 2 inches. I also realize it has to go to the left by 1 inch here. So I can grab any one of these corners like this one and move. Okay, now you gotta be careful, don't go in and out. Try to stay only on that axis, go 1 inch. So just check around. I'm going to deselect. So check around to make sure that it looks centered to you. So it looks to me like it fit perfectly. So this piece in the middle is floating right now in air, and we want to connect it to the outer shell. So I'm going to double click on this component. So now I'm working in this component. I'm going to make a rectangle a square on this surface 1 inch by 1 inch. So 1 inch, comma 1 inch. I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. 1 inch, comma 1 inch. Sometimes this just does not say 1 inch, comma 1 inch. There it is. Okay, and then just connect these with a pencil, I guess. You can connect them right here. And then delete these lines right here. So this is going to be our strut, and we're going to push it about 2 inches out. So there it is right there. This goes directly to that point. So we want to do this side also. Okay, so let's do it again. And then of course we're going to turn around and do it on the other side. So we're going to do the same thing. I'll do it the same way. So I'll make 1 inch by 1 inch. 1 inch, comma 1 inch. Okay, and then down at the bottom. See, something always tricky with this. See, down here it just keeps on moving. So 1 inch, comma 1 inch, enter. Okay, and then I'll connect this to that. Erase. And let's pull 2 inches out. Okay, so that connects it on that side. Okay, and now we need to also do it on this side. So let's see you finish this up. Okay, so when you're finished, you should have both sides anchored to this outer shell. So when we do the 3D printing, this won't be falling off. And there's the other side. So once you have this ready to go, it's now up to you. I'm going to hide this piece right here. And to use again your skills and add some components to this, right? Make it of your own design, right? One thing, just be careful. You can't touch this, right? You can't touch this. This is what anchors the inner and outer piece. So watch that. Don't mess around with that. And then don't go too crazy. But try some innovative stuff. So it's up to you now to come up with something pretty cool. I'm going to unhide it. Unhide and show you how it looks, it could look at the end, right? So it's now up to you and your partner to make something look really good, okay?